Oh, I didn't know the camera was on already. Well, good afternoon. It's Friday afternoon, and it's week 7 here in the Oregon legislature. I am very apologetic about last week. I caught what is known as, around here, the Capitol crud. The Capitol crud is, it can be anything from a cold to pneumonia. Several of the, well, I think Representative Buckley and Representative Esquivel both had really bad versions that I think escalated into either bronchitis or pneumonia. It is a, well, I'll back up. The Capitol crud, we were told as freshmen when we were coming in during our orientation that you're going to catch the Capitol crud. You've got this big building crammed with lots and lots of people in very close quarters. And it's like one big petri dish, and it just everything spreads. But I live in Purell. I wash my hands 1,000 times a day. I do everything you can possibly do to stay, and I still caught it. And I was so sick last week. Now I only missed one day here. It was Monday of this week, and thankfully, not that it was unimportant, but there was only one bill that day that we had to vote on. So my perfect voting record is now 93% or whatever, because I missed one vote on one bill. But I'm about 90% right now, feeling a lot better, and looking forward to resting this weekend. So anyway, that's why we didn't do a video last week. But what a busy week. Just to recap a little bit. Again, my life as your state representative, just a little bit of what it's like to be in here. One of the things that happened outside of here that was fascinating was the I'll call them the competing events last Saturday or last weekend. You had the 51st Annual Dorchester Conference going on over in Seaside for Republicans, where there was about 230 in attendance from Friday night through when it ended on Sunday afternoon at some point. On Saturday afternoon, there was the Freedom Rally, which was put on by Oregon Right to Life, Oregon Family Council, Oregon Common Sense for Oregon, the Liberty Alliance, I forget what all, a lot of good people. Colonel Oliver North, Michael Reagan were the speakers. There were 1,500 people there. It was incredible. Now, people are arguing, even here in the building, why aren't we together? Well, I think we can, and I don't want to address that now because that doesn't have anything to do with the point of these videos, which is my life as your state representative. But I went to both conferences or both activities because I thought it was important to be seen at both and to see some folks, and because I feel like I'm one of those persons that can kind of bridge that gap. Because one of the things that I'm learning in this building, and I've talked about it in past videos, you can be diametrically opposed politically with somebody, but you can still be friends, and you don't have to be a jerk, and there's no reason to be a jerk. There's no reason to get in people's face. There's no reason to do any of that. And one of the things that's happened in this building with me in particular, and if you're a person who you don't know much about me, and maybe this is all new to you, you'd never know this, but having spent years and years in radio, conservative talk radio, people had a certain expectation of what I was going to be like in this building, and they're either really, really disappointed or they are just flat out surprised. I can't tell you how many times every day somebody, a Democrat, a Republican, a lobby member, a staffer will come to me and go, gee, you're not that guy we thought you were. And have I changed my principles and my values? No, not at all. But I'm not some fiery talk show host. I'm trying to be a state legislator. I'm trying to stop as many bad bills from becoming bad laws, and I'm trying to help Oregonians as much as I possibly can. Now, does that mean I reach across the aisle and make deals? No, I'm not going to do that. But I'm certainly going to reach across the aisle and be friends with people from both sides of the party, of the aisle, that maybe I wouldn't go out and have dinner with or something, but I certainly can have conversation with them and have lunch in the lunchroom. It's important. It's important. Does it mean I'm compromising? Absolutely not. I will not compromise on my principles. I will not compromise on my principles. But I can sure make friends and enjoy their company, because everybody is genuinely, I've found that everybody is genuinely very, very well-meaning, nice people. We don't always agree. So, all right, other things inside the building. Okay, it's been 7 weeks, and I still can't get used to people in the hallway and in the bathroom and in the everywhere you go. Oh, Representative Post. I'm Bill. I'll always be Bill. I know people say to me, oh, someday, it won't be so. Yeah, it probably will be, because I don't know if I'm humble, but I'm just a regular Joe, or Bill, or a regular Bill. I'm just a Bill sitting on Capitol Hill. Anyway, I can't get used to it, so it's something you just have to live with. I have to tell you, I don't know how this place would ever run without the incredible staff that are here. Of course, I've told you before about my own staff, Betsy Schultz and Garrett Wolford, but the staff that are working around the building, they're just great. I mean, you need something fixed, they fix it. You need this and that, they fix it, they do it, they bring it to you. Our staff that are down on the House floor, they're so awesome. Our sergeant at arms, I messed up one time and accidentally walked in front of one of the persons speaking to a bill, and boy, he chewed me out. I mean, he did, and just rightly so. I was wrong. So see, those little things you learn as you work here every day. I'm looking out my window right now, and the blossoms out there are beautiful. Spring is upon us. But I don't want to get too political in these videos, but I do have to tell you, there's some things going on here that have me disturbed, and I won't say it's Republican, it's Democrat. I'm just going to tell you, there's some things that are concerning me. One of them is education. I get a ton of emails, and a ton of people come to my door saying, hey, why are you cutting education? I want to be very clear. The Republicans are not cutting education. In fact, we're after a starting point of $7.5 billion. The governor's proposed budget is $7.235. The Republicans would like to start at $7.5. Now, we don't want to take more money from you. What we want to do is, let's look at everything in the budget and let's make sure we're managing this money correctly, and take money from places that perhaps it's being wasted and give it to education. Others in the building say we can't get any more. So I want you to know, if you're going to email me or call me about education, I want more for the K through 12 budget. One of the problems we have is this all-day kindergarten that's been shoved down our throat. We got to pay for all-day kindergarten, so that's taking money out of the pot to pay for all-day kindergarten. Do we really need all-day kindergarten? I don't think so, but that's another story. One of the things I can tell you is I've branded this new bill. It's House Bill 3390. I call it College for Convicts, because that's what it is. If it were to pass, it would give $9,500 per inmate per year for 3 years to get a college degree. Okay, now I don't have a problem with that as a concept, but I have a problem with that if we're talking this versus K through 12 education. But then I have good news, and you will see it if you go to my YouTube page where you may be watching this. You'll see a video about House Bill 2721. I serve on the Rural Communities Committee, and we passed a bill yesterday out of committee that will go to the floor. That's basically, in a nutshell, it's farm to school. We're going to get food from the farms from right here in Oregon to the schools closest to them. That's just a short version of it. It's more detailed than that, but it was really fun. It's probably the most fun thing I've had so far in any committee, was having a whole bunch of farmers and their kids lined up in front of me talking about their farms and promoting farms and education of the urban kids on the farms. And I want to give a special shout out to Farmer Molly, who lives in my district, from the Paramine Farms, who gave passionate testimony about the Farm to School program and educating urban kids about rural life. And majority of my district is rural, so I love that. So that was really fun yesterday, and I hope you'll go watch that video where I said a couple of fun things, and we had fun, and I was able to be the one who actually made the motion to pass the bill. The other video, if you would go take a look, that will give you a little glimpse of what life is like, is I've told you I'm not doing many bills. I have 3. My most important bill is House Bill, holy cow, my mind just blanked, 2926. Sorry, it's been a long week. Anyway, my bill, which would restore food and drink at the exempted certified cigar shops, of which, of course, my old friend Sadi at Ava Cigars and Wine would be a great recipient of this. and it passed unanimously out of the House Business and Labor Committee. Well, they had some fun with me on that bill, and I'm not going to tell you anymore. I want you to go look at that video. And the committee members, I was watching it on TV while they were hearing it, and they knew that, and they made some remarks that are pretty darn funny. So we have fun in this building. We really do. But we work hard. And that's why by Friday afternoon I'm beat. But that's okay. I'm doing your work, and I thank you so much for sending me here, those of you who did. Those of you who didn't send me here, that's okay. I'm trying my best to work for you too. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I know it's spring break next week for the kids. Kids, be safe. Have a great time. Parents, I know, they're home. Okay, but that's all right. I thank you for allowing me to be your state representative, and we will get together again next week around this same time. Again, check out all my social media pages and my website, billpost.us. Have a great weekend.